Well, we have reached the end of day one, and what a day that has been. Just a moment to reflect, starting off with Roger Marsh this morning, who was reminding us on the strength of the creative and digital sector in this region before we began to branch out with our international reach. And the sustainability panel really gave us something to think about. So I would like to thank both Daryl Danieli and the panelists, so Debbie Waldron-Hoynes, Stephen Knight and John Bailey, for setting such a good scene and giving us something to really think about. Gatherings, I think, was an exceptional opportunity to look into the way in which technology might be able to create some space, meeting spaces. Perhaps the technology is not quite there yet, but I think we had a privileged insight into where it might go, and there are no better examples. So I think we've delivered on our promise to take the attendees to the edge of where the technology is now going. And then a delightful session with Frank Romano, who is undoubtedly a one-off, and to help to celebrate his 80th birthday year and to listen to his words of wisdom, which are unparalleled. That was absolutely fabulous. And then we had a masterclass from Rob Sinderman at ASDA, really taking us behind the scenes and to show that there's a genuine intention and a commercial value in what ASDA are doing, really at the cutting edge of combining environmental responsibility with the customer experience and in my local store, where I can tell you it is working. So finally, the session that we just had with Peter Grindrod, genuinely an unusual opportunity to be able to listen to someone with such authority who really understands what's going on behind the numbers, behind the AI and behind the algorithms, and really both a reality check and a recommendation about how things can be used constructively, but equally we need to be questioning how those are being done. So that's really enough about today. I hope that you've enjoyed the session. I hope that you're getting into the swing of the thing. It certainly seems that the idea of giving you a TV schedule to pick and choose is well received, and the idea of having 15-minute gaps between the sessions is also providing people an opportunity to dip in and dip out and to carry on with the work that's going on. So tomorrow, we're back on screen again at 9 o'clock, and tomorrow will be chaired by Charles Jarrold, Chief Executive of the BPIF, starting off with sustainable drivers in automotive technology with Shay Muradi. And again, we've got somebody here who is an exceptional designer. I've seen this talk about how to use the car as a user interface, as a platform for communications. And the design work that he's done is absolutely beautiful. We're then looking at something a bit more traditional with Steve Middleton and Cellar-Glass. But again, this is looking at how the Retail Institute is analysing the effect and impact of what's being done with print finishing. And then we've got this fantastic session with Stephen Knight and his colleagues under the heading of Pimento, maximising and looking at social impact and ROI with the print mix. We've got a fabulous morning. I'm not going to go through the rest of the day because I start to pick out things like international panel and explore. There's a whole feast of things going on tomorrow. So I hope that you've enjoyed being with the Visual Media Conference today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And if you dip in and dip out during the course of the day, don't miss the virtual Rose Bowl at 5 o'clock, because we're going to have a social. We're going to try and reimagine what things might have been like and what they will be like in the future when we go back to real events. But for now, it's a good night from the Visual Media Conference. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you tomorrow.